first matchup is our very own Ryan, who's still on his Rhino deck.
Yeah, this is
versus Amulet
this
Titan.
is still Teamer Rhinos. I apparently have to make that distinction now.
Oh, because there's the
80 card Yorian Rhinos
Yeah.
now that I now have all the cards to play.
Oh no.
That's not happening tonight, probably.
Why not?
Honestly, I think what my biggest issue now, well, I'll have my two biggest issues with playing the 80 card Rhino deck are one, it fucking hurts to shuffle, and two, I need a bigger box.
Well, the first one just sounds like you old. Second one is a relatively fair.
Yeah, dude. It's because since graduating high school, I play video games so much less. My hands are strong.
No, it doesn't matter if you play video games more or less. It's the older you get, it's just like,
Yeah. Yeah. And, like, I'm already a slow shuffler, so adding an extra 20 cards to the mix is just going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
I'm up against Amulet Titan.
Which, I feel like game one, they have the advantage.
Because I have no idea.
Like, because, I mean, you're trying to go, like, turn 3... like, get 8 power on the board, or 8 to 10 power on the board.
Yeah. And
they're like, turn 3, okay, cool, next turn have Volakut set up.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, I definitely remember this being, I don't remember if this one in specific was close, but there was one that was really, really close with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So... we each mold the 6, we each go Misty, he cracks on my end step.
To the surprise of nobody.
Yeah, he grabs a breeding pool, and at this point, I'm like, okay, is this the mirror? What the hell's going on? Because nobody plays Titan anymore. At least I haven't seen anybody play Titan in forever.
Well, yeah,
I'm not saying that it's bad or anything, I just haven't seen it in forever.
So the problem is, I think, like, Titan just loses out to, like, the Murktide deck.
Yeah, and then he goes Cavern. And he named, I don't remember what he named, but it wasn't, like, giant or anything.
Yeah.
It was no, like, creature type that, like, mattered or gave anything away. When he played it before he named something, I was like, is this spirits?
Yeah.
Am I playing against spirits? And he bounced it.
Yeah, see, the Simic Growth Chamber, you're like, alright, I immediately want to play it against now.
Then he goes, Simic Growth Chamber, and I'm like, oh, it's Titan. And I'm like, alright.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think, like, so, Dryad of the Elysium Grove, I want to say he could name, like, Dryad, or...
I think it's only Dryad with the Dryad.
Is it?
It might have another creature type.
Right, while the shuffling's going on, we'll take a double quick check here.
Yeah. So, I did my Ketria Triumph. He still has no clue.
He's a Nymph Dryad, so you could have named the Nymph, and you've been like, what?
You're right. For what? For what? Autumn, whatever Nymph.
Yeah.
That's the only, like, Nymph. I don't even know why that's coming to my mind as a Nymph. Why do I remember that card from, like, Fallen Empires is, like, a card?
Oh, so I mean, I guess like him naming, like, you could name Cavern right there, right, just to really throw you off, because he's gonna bounce it anyway from a Simic Growth Chamber. So even like Goblin or whatever, like human, right? And you'd be like, oh no, so he's on the Rhino deck. He has Cavern for like the Charlotte's Agents. So I can't counter those.
Weird, but you're not worried about countering the Charlottes.
Right.
You know, if they're gonna play a 3-mana 2/2
with upside, right?
Yeah, but the upside doesn't. The upside's the part that matters, not the body. That's the part that's being countered.
Oh man, so he currently has. So next turn have 5 mana available, so 6. If he has a Titan in hand, it's not looking great for you.
Yeah. However, I don't think that he does. He's got the Cavern, so he has a 6 mana.
Yeah.
But I think he's got like a Grazer, like an Explore, and like a Talaria West or something.
Okay, so like the Talaria West, like next turn can go search for the Summer's Pact, and then like following turn Titan.
Yeah.
And then at that point, oof. Yeah, because he'd have. If he has 2 land in hand, there's 5. He has 2 more, 6, 7. So then at that point, he could just Volakut you out of the game.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, there is a point where I forget that the Dryad lets his what's his lands
Yeah.
tap for any color.
Yeah. Well, and they also auto-attach. That's a pretty good evoked fury there. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
I was
no.
Well, I was like, I'm like, fuck, I have to do that.
Yeah, no, you.
I don't want to go down 2 cards, but that thing needs to be dead. So.
Yeah. Surprised he actually didn't just drop the Saga there, unless he does have like a way to play additional land.
I think he's gonna explore.
Oh, he has an additional
Yeah,
island. Okay, yeah. So at that point, yeah, you're gonna play Saga, and then you just. Actually, yeah, I think this is where you just transmute.
Transmute can be done instant speed, can it?
No.
Sorcery only? Okay.
Oh god, transmute can be instant speed. Oh man, that would probably be seeing some legacy play.
Yeah,
like.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it's like I'll go transmute for a pact.
Yeah.
And then pass.
Makes sense.
Yep, there. To the surprise of nobody.
Yeah.
All right.
So I go crack.
So I mean, you could what?
I think I have
So
Outburst.
I see. So violent outburst, and you have 8 power on the board. He's not gonna block, so you put him down to 11. The problem is, you're probably just dead next turn.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I think I have other stuff in hand. I don't really remember exactly what I do. I do know that I fetch for a basic mountain because I'm like, I need to conserve my life pool.
I mean, realistically, once you hit that 18 mark, you're kind of just.
I mean, he's not gonna scape shift. So like.
I mean, he could.
He
Because
could.
if he plays 2 lands.
I think I have Force of Negation, so
Okay.
I don't have to worry about scape
Right.
shift at least.
And I say, and typical Ryan deck, he's got to go through half his deck to find his first crashing.
That's another reason why I don't want to make the fucking 80 card one, dude. I already flip half my deck. I don't need to flip 50 cards to find one.
Man, all right, we're gonna start having like side bets of okay, guys, how many cards is Ryan flipping for?
I'm gonna start counting it.
Ryan's like, on the average, off the first one, I flip 27 cards. Second one's always like second card in every time.
Yeah, it happens way too often. And also, this is usually the turn where I draw one. Happens all the time.
Nope, you drew a land.
Woo. I guess.
I mean, right? Yeah, you're just like, all right,
Hey.
the polite Rhino's coming over.
Yep. I'm like, I assume you're not blocking. Like, you can.
Right,
I'm not going to complain if you do, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess that you don't.
Right. So he has a bounce land plus, so you can like bounce cavern.
I'm like, yeah, I gotta.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you don't have a
gotta
choice there.
Do that.
And he's like, well, let's explore. So he's got 3 land drops he can hit.
Yep.
Second Saga is not good for you.
I mean, yeah, but it's not the worst. Cause like
It's not so like
his tokens aren't very big.
I mean they're 1/1s.
And he's going to have to block.
But like I'm saying, right? So the second one. So like if he wants to, he can make an additional token, then go get an amulet, and then he still has an additional Saga up to make an additional token.
Yeah.
So that you're like, okay.
Yeah. But he opts not to do that because he instead bounces it.
I think that was a misplay.
Yeah, I definitely think that you just let the Sagas pop.
Yeah, well, because you want the amulet on the board, because that's where you're just like, okay, cool. Because you have the amulet on the board, like say you top draw Titan, and you have the amulet on the board, like, okay, I just definitely win now.
Yeah.
Especially with Dryad on the board, it's like, okay, cool, like, go get double Volakut.
Yeah.
Trigger, swing.
Yeah.
Like, I guess it's the Volakut,
Volakut, whatever the one like
Yeah.
is. Only gives haste and vigilance or whatever. Right?
Yeah, but still, like, Titan ass trample, which when you're at 14, that does matter.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, alright. I think I have a Fury in hand, so I can at least, like, Fury away the Dryad.
Yeah.
Um,
Assuming you have a red card. Or a 5th land. Okay, so you have 5th land.
Yeah, no, I had the 5th land.
It's like, absorb 1 damage.
Sure, dude.
He's like, oh no, he's like, now I'll go to 3. You don't play Bolt.
I'm like,
And you're like, why can't Fury target players?
dude, if Fury could, that'd be insane.
That would be great.
Like, yeah, make some more tokens, that way I can at least block.
Yeah.
Because right now, I just have to fade the draw. Like, that's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
Fading, what? 6 cards? 7?
Oh, explore. Oh.
Summoner's pack. Yep. I'm like, ooh.
Alright, then. Titan, to the surprise of nobody here.
Not what I wanted to see. Yeah.
Alright.
Titan.
Right.
Titan's good. Uh-huh.
But it's like he doesn't have the amulet, right? So.
Yeah. But he could still, like.
Oh, so if he gets a bounce land, though, because it is going to trigger. Because he hasn't played land for turn either, so he actually has 3 drops.
Yeah, he could.
So double.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
So he misplays here, in that he could have, like. I don't know that he would have wanted to kill me, but he could have killed, like, most of my tokens. Or maybe I conceded. I think he conceded.
What? Right. So because with the.
Like, I should have been dead to rights.
Yeah. So I'm trying. So Valkoop bounce land is 6 damage. He could have then had the bounce land trigger itself.
Mm-hmm.
So then he plays first land for turn. He also has the explore trigger, right? So that's gonna trigger Valkoop.
Yeah.
Bounce it again.
Oh yeah, he could just.
That. Yeah. So yeah.
He could have just killed me.
Yeah. So yeah. Because that'd have been.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, at the very least, he could have killed, like, 2 of my Rhinos.
6, 9, 12, yeah. So, yeah, he could have 15'd you if he had played it correctly.
Yeah. But, again, I don't remember if he conceded or if I conceded.
Yeah.
I think he did.
Okay.
I think he was like, no, you still have too many Rhinos, I'm just out. And I'm like...
I mean, correct. If you do have too many rounds, you can't block enough damage. However, you can just, like, hey, 15. Yeah. And that's like the weird thing with the Amulet deck is that like the line of thinking in that deck is so different.
It's wild.
Than like almost every other deck on that line of thinking. Just
honestly, kind of a good thing that Field of the Dead got banned before I got to play the deck, because I'd have misplayed so much.
But I mean, so the thing with that, right? Like every misplay you do, you are learning from that. But it's just when it's like. It's just like it's same thing with like learning blue eye control, right? Like,
am I learning from it though?
I mean, I feel like you make a mistake enough times.
Yeah, I feel like I usually gotta make a mistake a couple times first.
No. I'm gonna try and put a blue-white a 4-color control list for tonight. So we're gonna have hopefully I think we're gonna have 4 rounds tonight.
I can't cast on a untap, right?
No, because it goes untap upkeep.
Yeah, I'm like, so there's no way that I can like ice his land and then he can't use it to pay for a pact trigger, right?
Correct. Damn. Because untap is one of those things that is just you can't respond to.
Wizards, you gotta change that. Okay, let me ice the lands so that I can kill them to their own fucking summoners. Fuck this deck.
I mean.
I hate Titan, dude.
I mean, on the bright side, right? Like, Titan decks typically like will fall to just like Blood Moon. Cause like if you can.
Yeah, but like this one, like they don't anymore though.
They do because like.
No, because they just, like, if they have the Dryad out, they're like, yeah, cool, all my lands still tap for everything. Like,
right, but, like, the big one's that, like, you're not losing to the Volacoots, and, like, the prime times are getting haste, and then just...
I mean, yeah, but the 6/6 Trampler is still good enough.
Sometimes, when you have 2 round tokens, that 6/6 Trampler doesn't do shit.
Yeah.
You're like, so that 6/6 you got there, it'd be a shame if, these pointy boys...
Yeah, well the thing is that then we're in a stalemate, like I can't swing at him and he can't swing at me. If I swing at him I lose my token, he swings 6 for free at that point. But I think it makes me be the defensive one, and the longer that I'm defensive against this deck, the worse it gets for me.
Oh, Chalice on 0.
Yeah.
And
I'm like,
so counterpoint though is you play Fury, which if you get a Fury on the board, then you now have the advantage.
Kind of, but like I still can't kill a Titan.
So you swing with Rhinos, you block the Titan, you're like, cool, Fury to kill that.
Yeah.
Like now you still have a Rhino token and you're ahead.
Yes.
And then if he plays another Titan, that Fury just trades with that Titan, so you're still ahead.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
It's a classic start from both players.
He's got
turn 1, don't do a whole lot. Turn 2, don't do a whole lot. Turn 3, now let's get some action going.
Yeah, I think I have a Force in hand, and I think I'm deciding on if I like force his land in Chalice.
I mean, that seems perfectly fine.
I think honestly I don't remember. Either that or I just have the Blood Moon in hand, and that's why I'm fetching my basics here.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely should have waited to fetch. There was no reason I should have, because it was totally giving away that I was on the Blood Moon plan.
Yeah,
that's why he went and grabbed a
basic force. Yeah.
That was a misplan on my part, and I'll be trying not to make that mistake again.
Yeah. That's the thing with Magic is like it's just one of those like I mean I've been playing the game for a while and it's just.
I'm like, yeah, ice that way he can't make a token this turn.
Yep. Seems like a perfectly reasonable play there.
Yeah. I'm like, right now I just need him to slow down as much as I can help, as much as I can.
Yeah.
He's got the Explorer.
Nice Explorer.
Yep.
So I mean, you probably put a bounce land down here. If you bounce, that's gonna make you a little happy that he did bounce the forest to hand. Because like now that he's just completely tapped out, you're like, okay, cool. You have a forest.
Yeah.
And the Blood Moon's gonna kill the Saga, so you don't have to worry that much.
The Blood Moon kills the Saga, you're like, okay.
Which matters, right? Because now his land acceleration just went away that he just did.
One thing that sucks here is I either grab the basic mountain for literally just so that I don't take the damage, right? Or I have to grab like a shock to shock and then.
Yeah, I think at this point, like, because he's on a Valakut plan, and like I assume that he has brought in some form of enchantment. Hey, because he should know Blood Moon is coming.
I don't think he did game 1.
Game 2?
Sorry, I don't think he did game 2 because he was like unsure if I was going to be on the Blood Moon plan, and I'm like, which was weird to me because when I first started playing, he's like, oh yeah, this looks like a pretty stock Rhinos list, but then didn't imagine that stock Rhinos list plays Blood Moon in the
What
set.
is that card that he just played?
Amulet of Vigor.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's the promo
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Okay. It's like I do not recognize this art.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other Amulet of Vigor, and then he played Boros Garrison.
How did he play the Boros Garrison?
It's land.
Alright, how did he play the Titan?
He didn't.
Or the Amulet, sorry. I see. Okay.
With the Mountain Boros Garrison.
Well, no. Because it's the Simic Growth Chamber. I was like, he only tapped 3 mana. Like, oh no, he has 4 there. So 3 for the
three for
Dryad and then 1 for that. Okay,
yeah.
That's where I was losing the confusion. I was thinking that it was Breeding Pool, not.
There, I missed the land job, so like that was pretty cool. He's asking about Vesuva. We were trying to figure out if it.
It comes in untapped as a mountain.
Yeah. If it like got to copy anything, and I'm like, I don't believe that it does.
Correct. It
have
does not.
that ability.
Yes.
It's just gonna be a basic. It's just gonna be a plain old Vesuva. That's Abundant Harvest.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's naming non-land here.
Yeah.
Second Dryad. I mean, you're probably not opposed to seeing that with current board state. You're like, the second Dryad's fine.
Well, yeah. It's not doing a whole lot.
Right, because you're just like, okay, like I just need him not to find Titan.
Yeah, and need him not to find Enchantment Hate.
Yes. Brazen Borrower, Borrower
the way the challenge.
That's, I feel like that's a very typical play for your deck.
Yeah.
It's just like,
absolutely.
oh, Chalice is popular? Good thing I got a main board answer.
Yeah, I play 7. I got 4 of those guys and 3 Prismari commands.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then Force of Negations too, if I can manage, but...
I mean, that always feels bad though.
It never seems good enough because they always have the second Chalice in hand.
Why are you giving me that look, Ryan?
You keep doing it to me, that's why.
just because I'm like...
I got the
Chalice on 0, Chalice on 2, Finder Prismari command. Hope I don't have a counter.
I have Violent Outburst in hand, so
you can respond to the Chalice on 0 instead.
yeah. I believe that's what I represent.
I mean, there's no reason not to at that point.
Response. I tapped wrong, but it doesn't matter. I just I tapped red, blue. For Violent Outburst.
I see. Okay, but yeah, I mean, we know you have the correct mana. I don't think
it's
I don't think your one green untapped is gonna do much here.
Yeah, I'm not not doing anything with it.
Right? Oh yeah, you got it. Like okay, so screen this, but all right,
Wait.
like you didn't break any rules, technically.
You're right. And he chooses to double block here.
I mean, so like I'm fine with that because he's gonna keep
trades
one
card
yeah.
with the token. Yeah.
And he takes 1 trample.
Yeah.
And it's like you're still gonna keep a Dryad.
Yeah.
And he did eliminate a token from you.
I go. Foundation Breaker,
Boop.
I'm like, yep, alright. We'll do...
It's a Volagi is okay. Yeah, it's like
okay, yeah, no, so he won the first one because
okay.
I do believe that we go to a game 3.
Yeah, looks like I said,
Nope. Never mind, because I am setting out all my sideboard cards.
So, oh no!
Yeah,
okay,
he assumed he was dead.
Okay.
Which I'm not complaining about.
Right, yeah. So this really should have gone to a game 3 if he knew how to stack the triggers, because he had 5 land drops, or 5 Valakut triggers, and you were at 14. So
I mean, even without thinking about him having the extra explore, he definitely should have been able to control my board.
Oh, easily
With all the Valakuts and shit.
Yeah. So
whatever.